I what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Blan, your brother Blan, the homie Blan, your cousin Blan. I'm just Blan, brother Blan, man. How y'all doing tonight, man? Saturday, it's the weekend, baby. Yeah, October 4th. Keepin It West live stream. Yes. Give it a couple of minutes, man. We're going to let some people go and dive on in and come in and have a seat. We're going to get into this thing, man. How y'all feeling? Yes, sir. Hey, that's your boy, man, out of AZ, man. That's the homie, man. That's the big homie, Amplified, man. What up, AP? Yes. How y'all feeling, man? Let's give it another minute. We're going to dive into it. Oh, yeah. Yes. How y'all feeling, man? What's going on? Tap in. Jump into the comments, man. Jump into the live stream chat. If you're with me tonight. You can also hit us up tonight also on the... if you got your phone with you, man, just give us a call. Hit us up directly. Shoot a text. Give us a text at 310-946-8428. And, let us know what you're thinking out there, man. How y'all feeling, man? All right, man. It's 33 past the hour right now. It's 8:33 on the West, man. Pacific. How y'all feeling, man? Yes. It's a lot of stuff going on, huh? A lot of stuff going on in the world, man. We're just thankful to be here on the Keepin It West live stream, man. Keepin It West. Your boy Bland. Hey, before we jump into this thing, man, let me let y'all know. Your girl, Roxie Rey, she's MIA. So if you see her, tell her come on to the studio so we can go ahead and get her plugged in. But she's missing right now. She's not here with us tonight, y'all. So give her some grace. Don't go in too hard on her. Let her know we still love her. Anyway, man. So what's cracking? Man? Hey, I missed y'all, man. It's been a whole, 6 days since I last heard from everybody, man. Hey, thank y'all. Thank you for checking out the, if you didn't get a chance last week to join the live, man, I thank you for just watching the platform. And, I'm not holding anyone to the fire, but if you can, man, if you can't catch a live stream, just catch us during the week, man. When you're going to work, when you're going to school, when you're handling your business, man, just hit us up. Keepin It West live, man. Your boy, brother Blan, and my home girl, Roxie Rey, is MIA. But again, we're going to give her some grace and love, man. All right, man. Like we always do, man, we're going to kick this thing off. 34 past the hour. Give us a call. Text 310-946-8428. I'm your boy. I'm the homie. I'm your big OG. Your boy Bland. BLAN in the mix, man. Hey, as we always do, before I even start, man, even before I came on the platform, even before I came on the show, man, the live stream tonight, man, I always got to pray and just give God his glory and his thanks. So we start this stream by acknowledging our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because without him, none of this would be possible, man. And I thank him. I get up every morning. I thank him, man. And, he is the head. I am the tail. He is the beginning and the end. He's the Alpha. He's the Omega. We give him all the glory, all the praise, man. This is kingdom business, and we'll be doing this all for the kingdom. So we love you, Lord. We love him for just saving people like us, man. People like us who are just ordinary people, man. All of us are sinners, and guess what? We still out here sinning. And we gon' you know what I'm saying? But the beauty of serving our Lord and Savior, man, is like we're his children. So he forgives us. He gives us grace. And I'm asking y'all to do the same thing, man. So give your fellow brother, fellow sister some grace. We all fall short of the glory of God, man. We all sin. None of us are perfect. And if you think you're perfect, shut up. Because you're lying. You're fooling yourself with your arrogant ass. No, I'm just messing with you. Hey, man, but on a serious tip, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting G Touch. Thank you for just being a part of what we're doing, man. As we build the channel up, like I said last week, man, we're going to be like Franklin Saint and build this thing up brick by brick. So tune in, like, share, subscribe, tell the homies, tell your family, tell your cousins, tell your homegirls, tell anybody, man. Hey, this is what I'm doing on Saturdays. If you ain't out clubbing and getting into trouble, tune in, man. Tune in every Saturday, man. We dropping it like this. We dropping it like it's hot. 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central. It's your boy Blan, Keepin It West live, man. My co-host Roxie Rey is unavailable right now, but that's okay. Like I said, for the third time again, I'm like Umar, Dr. Umar. He always saying stuff 3 times. I'm gonna say it again too. Give her some grace. Hey, we love y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Scoot over. Let some people get on in, man. Have a seat. Your boy brother Blan is about to get up and start speaking. And if you haven't already, reach into your pockets and pass that collection plate. No, I'm just kidding, man. We good. We don't need to take the Dr. Umar approach, begging everybody, man. And what he's doing is not even for God, man. It's just for himself. You know what I'm saying? He's arrogant and into himself. I ain't never seen a school director, principal, anybody get online and talk about people and talk about women and the ashe, the ushe. I don't know what he be saying, man. Yeah, Umar need to cut his hair too, man. That nappy beard he got. What's wrong with him, man? He be flying all over, taking everybody money all over. I seen him once though, man. I ain't giving him no money, but I seen him. You know, I was like, man, this dude here, he just like a pimp preacher. You know what I'm saying? Get you hyped up. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the black community, you know, and then he out there selling books and taking pictures with everybody like he's some local celebrity, man. But anyway, that's enough about that. I ain't gonna we gonna give him some grace too, right? So hey man, much love to Dr. Umar, man, and what he's trying to do, but he ain't getting my money, man. Yeah, I want to see a 501c3 document, and I want to see an EIN. I don't want. I ain't finna be PayPaling and Zelling and Cash Apping and all this stuff he be asking, man. I ain't doing that. I don't even do it with my own family members, man. What makes me think I'm gonna do it with him? But anyway, man, shout out to Dr. Umar, man. But again, man, this platform is about building each other up, man, and we keep it real on here, man. This is Keeping It West live, man. Everything west of the Mississippi, man. This is just what we do, man. We put other artists out here. Anyone who's interested in just sharing what you do. If you got a business, if you're an artist, if you're a producer, if you're a DJ, whatever you do, man, this is the platform to do it, man. So give us a call, 310-946-8428. I'm your boy Blan. My co-host is Roxie Rey, and we just doing what we do. Yes, sir. Oh yeah. So check it out, man. It's been a lot going on this week. What do y'all think? It's been a lot going on this week, man. I mean, like, man, matter of fact, for the last 2-3, matter of fact, it's been a lot going on this year. Do you agree? I agree. Man, shout out to man, I've been all over the place, man, and I wanna thank people who have been showing me love, man. Facebook, Instagram, texting me, DMing, hitting me up in the comments, man. Much love, man. I appreciate everybody's love and giving me them flowers, man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we need to do that with each other. You know what I'm saying? We need to just learn how to start supporting each other and giving each other some love, man, while we still here. Instead of going to the funeral crying and talking about how much you miss them. Nah, show them that love now. You know what I'm saying? If you love somebody, if you respect them, you know what I'm saying? If you admire what they do, man, show them love, man. What do I think about Puffy? P. Diddy. Did he do it or did he not do it? I don't know. But Diddy, man, all we can do is pray for the brother, man. You know, man, they gave him, I don't know if it's a harsh sentence, but he got what, 4.1, 4.5 years. I don't even know if he's going to do all 4 years, man, because he's already served, a year and a half. at the jail. So, with time served, man, he may just do a year or two, a year and a half at that. But, prayers for him, his family, the victims, more importantly, man, and that's kind of what the price we pay, man, when we get involved in Satan's traps. And this is the things that I warned you about, man. The scriptures talk about, these times and people who appear to be good or loving, or and Diddy, he's a part of that team. It ain't too late though. You still could switch teams, man. You can become a free agent. You can get on this side too, man. It's never too late, man. We can all condemn him and talk about the things he did and speculate, man. But only him and the victim and God and the victims and God know, to be honest. So, man, y'all give him some grace, man, because a lot of y'all have done some things, man. We don't want to, pull out the closet. A lot of us got them skeletons in our closets too, man. We done some crazy stuff, man, and we ask God for the same forgiveness and grace and everything else, man. But yeah, man, he his mom, his kids, they all showed up for the sentencing. So I'm hoping that he got what he was praying. I don't know if he was praying for a release. It sounded like he was trying to get released the whole time. He said, from the time they arrested him all up until yesterday or the day before, when the judge had the sentencing ready to go, and he was, they didn't have any live footage, unfortunately, but I think they sketched out his the courtroom and kind of showed him crying, and he got a head full of grays too. So. Yeah, he'll be out about 60 something years old. I don't know if he'll be able to do that P. Diddy Harlem Shake when he's 60 something, but we'll see. But God bless him and his family, man. I hope things work out for him, as believers and as Christians. And if you say you believe in Jesus and you are a Christian, then, the Bible teaches us to pray for one another, man. This is not a time to laugh or shame him or try to, be extremely, brash and talk about him, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some things, if God was able to put our business out there, like I said a few minutes ago, man, if he was able to put our business out in the streets and put it on a big old jumbotron in Times Square of the things we've done crazy throughout our lives, man, I'm pretty sure some people would never talk to us again. Yeah. But, hey, shout out to Midnight Mission, Skid Row, downtown LA. And shout out to Phoenix Mission in Phoenix, Arizona, man. Your boy try to get out here and serve whenever I can, man. And the Lord requires us to be servants and serve and help those and help others, man. So what I like to do is get out in these streets. If I ain't talking the word or spitting the word or sharing this word, I try to get out and, shake hands and fellowship and commune with people who are going through it, man, who are less fortunate, man. Me and my son, we went out yesterday, spent a few hours at the mission, at the men's shelter. And we was able to, fellowship and serve, man, pray with other people who have had some shortcomings, man. You know what I mean? They've made some wrong turns and done some things that are, that wasn't pleasing to the Lord, but he forgave them, and it was an opportunity for a second chance. But we was able to kind of fellowship and talk and get down and do what we do, man. So shout out to all the homies and people who I met yesterday, man. Some good brothers and sisters out there, man. All walks of life, man. All races, no color lines. It was just all love, man. Kingdom business. Shout out to all our homies. Shout out to the directors and people who organize these events and things like that, man. But that's what it's about, man. Sharing love and sharing the gospel and praying for each other. Giving some hope. Hope game, man. That's what it's about. Yeah, so with that said, man, it's kind of the irony of all this is I'm gonna jump into something, man, and y'all let me know if y'all got any questions, comments, or if you want to give some feedback. But I wanna jump into tonight's topic, okay? And I'm not sure if you saw the intro before I jumped on, but tonight's topic is when should you leave a relationship? Right. We talk about grace and forgiveness and praying for one another. But the reality is some of us are stuck, or we condition ourselves to stay in relationships because either we have been comfortable with this person for so many years and it's just a comfort zone, or out of fear, right? I mean, there's several reasons, but those two are at the top of the list for me. And what made me think about this, and what I thought about, I was talking to Roxie, about just relationships in general, man. Because throughout the week, a lot of us have relationships with our family members, parents, cousins, uncles, sisters, in-laws. A lot of us go to these workplaces. You got to have relationships with people to get that check. Don't act like them people on Pop the Balloon talking about you got an LLC and you a content creator, because I'm one right now too, right? I got a camera in front of me and some mics, but that ain't how I pay my bills. So you better get out there and grind, man. You know what I'm saying? Put Christ first and then grind. Make sure you pray and get out there and get paid, and make sure you take care of them babies and take care of your bills and responsibilities, because that's what it's about. But I'm getting off track, but basically we have relationships with so many people, man. People we business partners, our managers, our co-workers, acquaintances, people we meet, people that we develop relationships over time, romantic relationships, marriages, boyfriend, girlfriends, domestic partners. That's what they call it now. Man, go and get married. Stop playing. It's just a piece of paper. Stop playing. God can whoop y'all ass. Y'all better stop playing, man. He designed marriage for it's for him, right? But no, on a serious note, man, what would make you leave? What would make anybody leave, right? It's just something we got to think about, man. I'm gonna let y'all sit on that for a minute. I'm gonna let y'all sit on. I'm gonna let y'all, sit on that for a minute. Yeah, man. Let me see. Look in the comments, man. See if anybody coming in, man. I wanna get y'all thoughts on this topic tonight, man. What do y'all think about that? Oh yeah. Shout out to Roxie Rey, man. She just pinged us, man. She just dropped some in the comments. She says she'll be back. She making some dinner or something. I don't know. Maybe she can make something for all of us, y'all. But yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Talk to your boy, man. Talk to me tonight, man. For those who are here live, if you're not in live, man, just hit me up in the comments, man. Drop something in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this topic tonight. The topic tonight, again, is when should you leave a relationship? When should you leave a relationship? Should you stick around for anything you feel is necessary? I don't know. Some people stay for the kids. I hear that a lot. I used to think that. Man, stay for them kids, man. Man, you better, hey, if you ain't, listen, let me tell you something. And every situation is different too, right? Every situation is different. We got to think it through. We got to think it through. It can't be just emotionally based decisions, right? Irrational. We have to be rational when we think about you know, especially in marriages, you know, right? The Bible talks about marriages and reasons why we would give somebody a divorce to leave, right? Um, you know, there's a lot of things, you know, we talk about divorce. Let's just talk about that one real quick, right? Highlight me, man. Highlight me. Highlight me. Highlight me. Drop something in the comments, man. Hit me in the live chat. Drop some in the comments. Tap in with your boy, man. Call me at 310-946-8428. Shoot me a text. But you know, man, if we talking about you know, if we talking about divorce, right? Let's it's so many different topics, so many different subcategories on this thing, man. But look, um, let's see. So look, if we had to break it all down right now, you know, we gonna get this thing cracking. We gonna get it cracking. So some biblical reasons, right? When we think about what's God's perspective and what's his view on it. Adultery, biblical grounds for divorce, abandonment, abuse, sexual immorality. Those are reasons why, you know, you would obviously want to leave the relationship or leave that person. Not just because that person made you feel bad or y'all got into an argument, but some of the things I just listed right there, right? Adultery. Let's just jump into that real quick. So, what does the Bible say about adultery? Well, Blan, what does he say about adultery? Let's see what he says about adultery, right? Yeah, so if you jump into Matthew chapter 5, verses 32, you know, it talks about this, man. Well, actually, let's go back to Malachi. Malachi chapter 2, verse 16. He said, I hate divorce. That's what the Lord said. I hate it. People are like, well, you shouldn't hate. No, God hate. So that's one of the things he hate. The Bible gives us two clear grounds for divorce. The first one is sexual immorality, and the second one is abandonment by an unbeliever. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 15. Right? Let's go back real quick. Let's go back. Hey, we got Roxie Rey. She came in for a second. She trying to talk to me, and she gonna join in a second, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, we gonna get this thing crack in. Yeah, we're gonna get it cracking, y'all. What up, Roxy? What's up? What's up? Yeah, she not. So you don't leave me. She not mic'd up, but she just jumped in. See how ghetto she is, y'all. She just come on in, don't even do what she do, man. Let's go and give her some love real quick. You know what I'm saying? Crazy cooking. Y'all give her some love, man. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get back to what we were saying about the grounds for divorce, right? So you know, marriage, man, is very sensitive. It's very, you know, we talked about this on the first or second episode, Keepin It West live, man. But divorce, adultery, abandonment, and abuse. So we know that cheating, obviously, is just one of those things where, you know, that's adultery, right? Even entertaining, in my opinion, if you entertaining a person that's not your spouse, that's something that you know, to me is you know, you have a lustful you ain't giving that attention to your wife or your husband, in other words, man. You know what I'm saying? You giving this romantic these romantic feelings to another person that's not your wife or husband, and you know, that's something that I don't say you should go out immediately and go get a divorce, but you should go get some counseling. You should go get some help, man. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's something that you and your partner or your wife, you know, should talk about. Y'all should have a conversation and sit down and think about, you know, what are these things that we, you know, what's the reasons we are we've come to this point of wanting to have a divorce, right? So, um,
But what are some other issues? There might be some other things, like
yeah, let's
person's hurting you more than healing you when they're not there for you. When they're making you feel worse than normal, usual. They're not uplifting.
I apologize, y'all. Roxy ain't mic'd up. She's just talking into the air. We gonna.
Talk so
She came in.
share the
Yeah. So,
crazy.
y'all think about this for a second. We gonna come back to y'all in a minute, man. We gonna talk about some more reasons why people have a divorce. I mean, I'm sorry, why you should leave, or when is it appropriate to leave, or should you leave, right? Those are things that we should kind of hone in on and think about, because all relationships are not built to last. All relationships are not for you to stay in. And I definitely want to get Roxie Rey's opinion and thoughts and perspective on that. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get her mic'd up, and then we're going to go ahead and jump in to the second segment. I definitely want to get her perspective on it. But yeah, if y'all got any comments, man, you want to drop something in the live chat, man, go ahead, man. Or hit us up at 310-946-8428. Again, that's 310-946-8428. I'm your boy, Brother Blan. It's 57 past the hour. Tonight's topic is, when should you leave a relationship? Or should you leave a relationship, right? All right. Y'all stay with us. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to play something for y'all, man. It's your boy Blan, Keepin It West live.
I talk to people who struggle with vices, drugs, alcohol, sex addiction. That's how life is. Lovers of ourselves, and most of us are arrogant. Having babies we don't love, looking for a surrogate. You said it in your word, yeah, the prophecy is coming. Cause nowadays it's hard for me to tell who's a real woman. I wanna serve you, when most of them don't deserve to. Be in your kingdom, but you the judge, they got the nerve to say there's no God, or say there's no Jesus. So we walk around and act like we don't need him, but he need us. Yeah, that part. Raised me to have manners. My uncles and them OGs had police scanners. Y'all live in the moment when Jesus is the planner. Harris women got on me about my speech and my grammar. Believed in education and our talent was music. Since God gave me the gift, I better use it or lose it. Resident of heaven, I got a dual citizenship with a goal to save soul. Prostitutes, bloods, and crips, gotta double down. He gave me grace and forgave me. I was not a winner, but a sinner when he saved me. That's why my haters, they stuck on my past. Reminding me of things I once did and I just laugh. Cause everybody
All right, y'all, we back. We are back live, man. Thank y'all. Oh, sorry about that. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning back in, man. We had to have a technical break. Had to bring your girl Roxie Rey back in here, man. But yeah, let's jump right back into it, man. So the question for tonight, or the topic for tonight, is when should you leave a relationship, right? So we talked about marriages, and we know kind of I didn't really want to die. I don't want to take up too much time talking about marriages, but you know some of the basic foundations, some of the basic standards of what not to do, or what to do if you feel like there's an opportunity for you to leave. So, but we know, man, stop cheating, don't cheat, don't be abusive, don't be emotionally reckless. You know, and just love each other, man. That's what that's about, man. But if you ain't getting that love from your husband or your wife, man, and if they not respecting you and it's constant, whether it's verbal, physical, emotional, sexual, it could be sexual too, right? You know, he got his demands or she's being disrespectful. That's something, you know, if you're not talking to the elders of the church and if you're not going to God in prayer, remember we go to him first. So, you know, we seek him first, right? He's our father, he's our parent. But Roxie Ray brought up a good point too, man. I wanna make sure that she kind of chime in on her thoughts and perspectives, because there's so many different ways we can slice this one up. Relationships are not just romantic. Your spouse, your boss, your friends. It could be family. And we getting ready to get real uncomfortable with this one here, because y'all know where I'm going with this one. Family to me is probably the most biggest culprit of dysfunction, stunning your growth, limiting you in your ideas or just what you believe in and how you are raising your family and what you're doing with your husband or your wife. And family is sometime you got to leave them right where they are too. Roxie Ray, what do you think about this? I mean, family is something that we really didn't get a chance to really touch on. What do you think about it?
I mean, we're supposed to love them unconditionally, or at least that's what we're taught to do because they are blood, right? Blood is thicker than water. You're supposed to love them in that capacity, but you also shouldn't accept pain and disrespect and dysfunction. And a lot of us, we have a lot of dysfunction in our family dynamic.
Right.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you gotta just step back and just be like, I'm cool. Let me let that go.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not just about a marital relationship.
Yeah.
Relationships could be family, friends, co-workers, people in the church.
Yeah.
And to me, I think that applies to any and everybody, but specifically family. You know, we seem to tolerate a lot from family just because they're blood, and
Yeah.
I personally disagree. I will let your behind go if you mistreat me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's exactly where a lot of us don't see eye to eye. And I think some of us feel like um we feel like they're family, and it shouldn't be it shouldn't be it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. They family. You should always stick around. You should always just take it because we family. And I disagree. Right.
Right, but
There's been a lot of people, even in my own family, man. I'm not exempt from this conversation, but I just feel like sometimes family, I don't know if they are, you get a lot of negative comments, a lot of negative energy, um, negativity, just being discouraging. And I don't think that's coming from love. That's not coming from a place of love. I think a lot of family members, because of their past and things that they have never accomplished, they want to try to, put you in that same bucket or make you feel lesser than. So their goal is to sabotage, break up, be negative. And there's only so much a person can take before they say, okay, this is not for me. This is enough.
yeah, it's emotionally unsafe. And then when we create boundaries with them, they seem to me, I feel like creating boundaries aren't necessarily rejecting your family. It's just a means to protect yourself. Because a lot of times you have your mom and your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, whoever, they're doing a lot of gossiping about you. They're dismissing some of your feelings and emotions. They love to guilt trip and to manipulate you.
Yeah.
And so that's where you have to come in and create those boundaries. But a lot of times families do not appreciate boundaries.
Yeah, and that's big, right? Boundaries. That's something that a lot of our family members and even friends, they don't respect. They are comfortable with who they remember you as, girl or hey, bro, I remember when, so let's continue. And what we don't realize is we outgrow them. We have different stages in life, right? There's a lot of homies and people that I grew up with where I'm like, we can't be acting like children or acting like we still in high school or still doing some of the same things that we did back in the 90s. And I'm revealing my age. But anyway, yeah, but that applies to family too. That applies to family. Some family members feel like, you are little John, you little Mike, you little TT Boo Boo. So, they want to continue to treat you that way. And they don't see the maturity. They don't see the growth. They don't see the development in you, and they don't respect that. So they don't care about your job and your credit and your cars or money, none of that stuff. They still see you as 10-year-old, 15-year-old, 20-year-old, I remember and I know y'all, a lot of y'all remember when you go around family members, they be like, I remember when you was this small and I used to wipe your ass, or I used to feed you. I used to do this and that. But, that's cute and all. But at the end of the day, we're all humans and we're adults with families and children and jobs and major responsibilities in life. So we can't get treated like children, you know what I'm saying? And it's not for us to be railroaded by family members who did these great things. We appreciate your contributions with my growth and as a person, but I refuse to let you talk about me and treat me like a dog and think that you're going to keep getting passes. And that's when you have to say, okay, enough, I'm out of here.
Yeah, they stick you in these old roles or this old cycle. They kind of freeze you, and whoever you were to them then is who you are to this day, whether you was 4 or 40. You know what I mean? They don't respect, like you said earlier, they don't respect your growth.
Yeah.
And they constantly bringing up your past, and they're shaming you. And I think that's a way of controlling you by constantly just shaming you. And it kind of disrupts your nervous system. For me, I used to get sick of my family with that same mess. I used to dread calling them. I used to dread family get-togethers because it would always be like, oh, little Roxie did this at 7 or she did this at 10. It's like, really? I'm 40 at the time.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not fair. It kind of left me like just irritated and pissed off and sad. And, that kind of goes back to just being in any relationship, even in the marital relationship. You're not uplifting me if you're not contributing to my growth in any capacity. It's like, why am I with you again?
Yeah.
I can feel terrible alone,
Yeah. Yeah. I before we even started this live stream tonight, I was reaching out to a few people, kind of getting their thoughts and opinions, and somebody told me a good friend of mine, man, one of the homies, longtime friend. I asked him, I said, what was, what's his thoughts on it? And shout out to the homie, man, Big C. Just being, one thing he said is mooching, right? Mooching or free,
mooching, begging.
Freeloading. Yeah, freeloading. Yeah, freeloading. Not contributing. He said bad attitude, right? Roxie kind of, touched on it. I touched on it. We got family and friends who are negative. To me, that's a bad attitude. Not communicating, right? Stonewalling or just ignoring you and being evasive and not really just checking in. I got family members that we don't even check in on each other. We don't call. We live in a day and age where we got so many technical devices. We got iPads, iPhones. I mean, if you want to see somebody right now cooking, you can FaceTime them. And I got family right now. And I got family that'll watch this. And they ain't gonna say nothing, you know what I'm saying? So and they have their reasons, and I got mine too. So everybody stay in your corners as far as I'm concerned. But the Bible makes it very clear that we still should pray for one another and pray that people's hearts will be unhardened, because these are the reasons why these relationships are being severed and not we're not building relationships anymore. Second Timothy talks about this. These are the times, and we've all become lovers of ourselves, and a lot of us are arrogant. But again, no communication, bad attitude, and you just gotta let it roll off your back, man. Unfortunately, because not all relationships are meant to be saved. We would like to, but unfortunately, we live in a day and age where some people have made choices to kind of do what they do. Roxy, what do you think, man?
I mean, there's forgiveness. We're to forgive people and our loved ones and those that have hurt us and harmed us. But when is forgiveness? When forgiveness, it doesn't mean you have access to me. You know what I mean? Like, I can forgive you in my heart, but I'm gonna keep you out my life. You know what I mean? I gotta free myself from that mess. That doesn't make me feel good. Being around you, being with you, being in your presence, the way you treat me, how you don't respect my boundaries. But I'm not gonna reopen that door, because if I reopen that door, that's hurt, that's pain that you bring into me. So please understand, forgive your loved ones or your friends or those relationships you have, but that does not mean that you incorporate these individuals into your life, your daily life. That can be harmful to you.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because we have to let people go, unfortunately, because for me, it's about protection, right? It's about safety. I refuse to be tortured and abused emotionally, physically. There's a lot of female Ike Turners that are out there. Baby D's on Fridays, you know what I'm saying, that will torture, physically abuse you, fight you, name call you. And that don't mean that a man is less than a man. We live in a day and age where everybody's sensitive and everybody's in tune with their feelings. And I'm not dismissing people's feelings, but I think men have been quiet for too long with some of the physical abuse that's been going on out there from a lot of females who I got. I know people personally who have killed their significant others, and the killer was the female. So it ain't always the man, you know what I'm saying? So get that out of your mind. I know statistically it's higher with men attacking females, and I'm not dismissing that either. Definitely want to give that credit, but please understand that some of the reasons why we leave relationships is simply out of safety and protection. Would you keep your child around somebody who don't like you? Would you keep your child around people who are verbally abusive, people that are financially abusive? What about someone who's on drugs? What about somebody who has an alcohol problem? What if somebody who has a sex problem?
Right.
We don't talk about that. Do we stay around people? Is it okay to keep those relationships? What do you think about Roxie Rey?
You don't have to stay loyal to be godly. They teach us that, you have to stay with him because, you're not supposed to divorce. But a lot of women stay because the kids and the finances and their faith. But God does not want women or men to suffer. That's you still have to protect your life and who you are. Like you said earlier, there's a lot of people, unfortunately, have been harmed or killed in these relationships, and to protect yourself, unfortunately, you're going to have to break those vows,
Yeah.
to stay safe. So, and there's a lot of, we talking about marital abuse or, relationship abuse. You like you said earlier, it could be emotional, financially, physical, sexual. A lot of people deal with these things, and this is not of God.
Yeah.
That type of behavior is not of God. So to me, it's just very important to gracefully, if you can, bow out of that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a this is it's one of these topics that hit home. It's a touchy topic. It's very sensitive. It's very emotional because a lot of people we love, right? We don't listen. At the end of the day, we do not want to. I don't want to leave some of these relationships with people, man. You know what I'm saying? But when the damage is done, when you've tried to get all the help, when you've reached out to your pastor, when you reached out to counselors, when you went to therapy, and when it's continuous, and when it's a cycle, and you see that this person just don't want to change. Some people are who they are. I grew up in the 80s where a lot of women were left to they left their husbands for the church because they didn't want to leave. And I'm sorry, the husbands did not want to they didn't have their faith and their religious values were not aligned. So in other words, they didn't believe the same, right? And you got to ask yourself, is this a reason for you to leave a relationship? It depends on what type of person you are, right? If you hold faith and if you hold church and if you hold religion here and your partner feels like, well, that's not my thing, I don't do that, you go ahead and do that. You read the Bible, you go to church, you do what you do. That's something to really think about, because our relationship with our Father, our relationship with Jesus Christ is more important than anything. And you have to have somebody who is equally yoked with you, right? You can't force, I can't force Roxie to believe in Jesus, right? That's a personal, that's a personal relationship, right? So since we're on the subject of relationships, this is why we don't leave Jesus, because he ain't never left us. We left him, but he said he said it in scripture, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. So in other words, we have to make a conscious decision to leave a relationship, leave that husband, leave that friend, long-term friend. Well, we've been friends since elementary school. What does that mean? What if that person is disrespecting you? What if that person is jealous of you? What do you think, Roxy?
Yeah, being unequally yoked, man. That's what 2 Corinthians 6:14. Do not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. Whether that is your spouse, whether that's your homegirl, your homeboy, you can't. How does that benefit you or them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a difference. You have a difference in faith, your values, their values, your values, they're pulling you guys away from each other, and from your purpose with God. And that's the most important thing. So this has nothing to do with just marriage. This has to do a lot with relationships. I know we talked about it. I know if you chin check me about a few friends, girlfriends, homegirls that I got from the past that I've been riding with since day one, and they in a whole nother direction spiritually. And you was like, hey, wait a minute, Rox. Let me pull your coattail a little bit on this one.
Yeah. And the reality is, and this is for everybody who's listening, family and friends some of them are very jealous of you. They don't want to see you become the better version of you. I have family members that are like, They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to say that. But a lot of family and friends out there don't want to see you excel. They don't want to see you reach your full potential. They don't want to see you grow. They love it when you are like them. The minute you step out of that boundary or that box, or you elevating in your life and you grinding and you laser focused on your goals, your aspirations, you'll see the change, man. Cain killed his brother over that. They were brothers. So that's the first example. That's one of the first examples of a relationship that went sour. He killed his own brother because he got jealous. Let's just keep it a thou wow. That's what you did. You murdered your brother over your feelings, over jealousy, over, you didn't want you felt his relationship with God was better than yours. So, but yeah, friends, family, co-workers, what about business relationships? When should you when should you quit your job? Let's talk about that, because that's something that, and for some of the same reasons we mentioned earlier are some of the same reasons why people stay in business relationships, right? They feel like, well, this is my only means to survive. So I get a check every 2 weeks. I get my direct deposits. I'm not happy. My boss is sexually harassing me. Coworkers are talking about me. I'm emotionally drained when I go into this place. I'm sad. I pray. I do all these things and nothing's changing. This workplace is toxic. What do you do? Come on, man. Type in. Somebody drop something in the live chat. Drop some comments, man. Hit us up 310-946-8428. Give us your thoughts and opinions on that, because this is something that we don't talk about. And this is something that I feel like, as a community and as believers of Christ, man, these are subjects and these are topics that we just don't bring up. We're too ashamed or embarrassed or, feel like we have a stupid question or it'll be a stupid answer or whatever it is. But we got the homies calling in, chatting, hitting us in the live chat, hit us in the comments, text us. Got Roxie right here live. I'm your boy, Brother Blan. But what about work relationships, business? What do you think about that, Roxie?
Whew, sounds like lines with personal relationships too. When there's no more value, or just things don't align anymore. Whether it's your job, whether you have a business partner, maybe they don't, like I said about boundaries, they don't respect your boundaries. They maybe operate a little differently. They don't have integrity, things of that nature. You got to have a good partnership. That's what we're talking about today, relationships, partnerships. So, maybe you're doing all the work and they're not, it's like, hey, I'm, like you said earlier, I'm not happy. This is not working for me. I'm doing all the heavy lifting. I'm doing everything in this role, and you're not doing anything financially. Hey, I'm not getting paid. You know what I mean?
Right.
I need my money, and you got,
Yeah.
and you're not paying me. You know what I mean? So, and then there's a communication breakdown. What if we're not talking? We're not, you're not respecting, my opinions. You're not hearing my voice. Like I said, you're avoiding me. There's some conflict. You gaslight me. Whatever these buzzwords are they're using today. But overall, you gotta, all that, it's like a bundle of junk that you're dealing with. And it's like, hey, I'm not happy. Bottom line, I'm not happy. You know what I mean? Maybe they're just saying, I don't want you to grow. You go for that promotion. And every time you go for this promotion, they're like, no, maybe next year, try again.
Yeah.
And that's not fair. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good time to start considering leaving that relationship.
Get on LinkedIn. Y'all better get on Google and start looking for another job, is what Roxie Rey is saying.
Basically.
Roles for, workers, people who are employed with employers who have to rely on checks, and people who are entrepreneurs who may have clientele and business partners who may have a business dealing or something where they may fall out. Maybe the contract didn't come through. Maybe it's a partnership. Maybe funding. Maybe the budget didn't get approved. Whatever, right? I think what and correct me if I'm wrong, Roxy. I think what you were alluding to is just ultimately is being respected and being valued for who you are as a person.
Absolutely.
Right? Whether you are a business owner with your LLCs, you popped a balloon LLC people. I see y'all out there. All y'all got y'all LLCs. Or you got a W-2. You go to work every day. You get paid on the 1st. You get paid on the 15th. You get paid every 2 weeks. You get paid weekly. Whatever it is, you get paid daily. All the homies that drive trucks. How does your boss treat you? When you got to log in those miles and report your mileage and when you make stops and, when you're getting pulled over, state troopers and California Highway Patrol, maintenance problems, people who own small businesses, your restaurants, your staff is not coming in or your staff is not appreciating you. Or workers, you got a boss who is not paying you on time, and this is your second job, and they keep promising you that they'll pay you, and giving you empty promises, or you're being harassed sexually at work. That's one thing we don't talk about either. So all these things is a big pot of mess that we have to make decisions if it's something that we want to tolerate and continue, or is it something that, I need to walk away from this. This ain't good. This ain't good. This is not good. So, again, there's different flavors of what we talked about tonight. There's so many ways to slice and dice this one, but, I believe, first and foremost, when we talk about marriage, marriage is a little bit different from all the other categories because, it's a spiritual commitment under God, and He wants us to try our very best to try to save and salvage the relationship, and not just run from it because this person burped or this person snored, or this person made a bad dinner tonight, or whatever the situation is. I don't think that should be your first resort is divorce, right? Work at it. And Roxy and I are here. She's my wife, if you didn't know. And
Really?
yeah, for those that don't know, she's my wife. We've been married over 15, 16 years, and friends for almost 30 years. So I want to run away from her at times, but I don't. You know why? Because I not only do I love her, but I love God, and I love how we my devotion and my everything is to God, and I want to make sure I'm pleasing Him and doing. And at the end of the day, Roxie Rey is she's a daughter of Christ. I'm not sitting here with my chest out, beating my chest, but she's someone's daughter. So she can go to our Heavenly Father just like I can too. He gonna be like, well, what did you do? That's not a reason to divorce. Well, he ate all the rice, all the chicken. I'm packing my bags. No, that's not a reason to leave. That's a reason to work on communication. There's opportunities for you to work on considerations and feelings and thoughts. Be thoughtful. A lot of y'all are, and this is why we are in a society today where nobody wants to get married and stuff, because we're all selfish. Like I said, 2 Timothy talks about selfishness. So with marriage, again, it's all about making sure that we are pleasing our Heavenly Father first and foremost, right?
Yep.
Then you got family. Then you got co-workers in business. Roxie Rey, you want to say something?
Yeah, just bottom line, whether it's personal, spiritual, or professional, every relationship should bear fruit, if it's draining you and confusing and just compromising your peace or your purpose, it's definitely okay to walk away with some integrity intact. So, that's just the bottom line in all of those things. You walk away from that, or in the marital relationship, try to get that help first, to try to really work on it. But if it becomes abusive, there's help out there for you, to be able to deal with that.
Yeah.
But you don't, like I said, you shouldn't sit in it. If they're not willing to get that help, then unfortunately you have to sever that tie.
Yeah, yeah. And there's help, there's services, and we'll put some stuff in the comments down below, places where if you're looking to get help, if you're dealing with domestic violence, if you're dealing with suicide, anything that can help you to either walk away from relationships safely, or anything that can help you stay in a relationship that you feel is hopeful. You know, this platform and our channel is not here to promote any type of. We're not telling you to quit your relationship with your significant other, your spouse, your husband or wife. I'm not telling you to give up on and quit your jobs or any of that. But the question, circling back to the question, the original question and the topic is, when should you leave, right? Should you leave? When should you walk out of a relationship? When should you leave a relationship? And it's not just a romantic relationship. Again, it's all flavors, all sorts of relationships that we deal with on our daily walks in this life. And we're not here to. I'm here to say, look, if you're getting your ass whooped, and it's not funny for anybody who is being abused. But what I'm saying is, don't sit and just take it, because of the notion of God is he'll be disappointed if I quit my marriage. We're not saying that.
It's called 1-800-799-7233. It's a national domestic violence hotline.
Repeat that again, Roxy.
It is 1-800-799-7233. It's the national domestic violence hotline.
Right.
Go somewhere safe, get out the situation.
Yeah.
And get some help.
Absolutely.
Don't sit in it.
Yeah, don't sit in it, man. I have daughters, right? And I've preached and teached and even with my youngest daughter, I would never tell her to stay in any relationship, despite how many Christians and the public may feel about leaving a person or divorcing. If you are in a extremely toxic relationship where it's abusive, violent, y'all are not getting along, y'all are not getting the help y'all need to make things better. If this man or if the woman has a problem with drugs or alcohol and they're not seeking help, they're not trying to get counseling, they're not trying to get the services that Roxy just mentioned, like I said. And we'll leave some more stuff down below, but it's all about it's all about effort and you trying to make a change and make a difference and not just sit around in it. I mean, it's not cool. So anyway, I'd like to hear what y'all got to say, man. We talked enough tonight. Drop something in the comments. If you didn't get a chance to join the live stream, that's okay. But we appreciate everybody who has supported the channel, everybody who is a part of G Touch and Keepin It West and what we're doing. But yeah, this has been a great topic, and we'll have more of these topics more to come later on in the future. But yeah, think about that. Sit on it for a while. Let me know your thoughts. Shoot us some comments in the comments section, or hit us up at 310-946-8428. Yeah, this has been an emotional one. This is a really good one, Roxy. What do you got to say? Any final comments before we let these people get out of here?
Yeah, get the help.
Get the help you need. Get the help you need. I mean, easier said than done. I mean,
don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed. We'd rather see you alive and healthy than in a worse situation. I work with a lot of women, and I've seen the effects. I've personally been through a lot, and so I'm very passionate about working with women and children and even men when they're dealing with that. So please, please reach out. There are so many people out here willing to help you out.
Yeah. Amen. Well, that's our cue. Thank you all again for joining tonight on Keeping It West Live. We appreciate everything that that you guys have been doing as far as just giving us that love and support. And we thank you all for your thoughts and opinions. And man, just hey, tap in, man. Just give us some feedback, man. We're gonna grow this channel a little bit more and bring some more guests in throughout the year, throughout the week. Check us on Twitch also on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. if you haven't already. Last week we did our first episode, our first live stream on Twitch, and man, it went well, man. So join us. Don't be ashamed. That's an opportunity for us to commune and fellowship. And if you need prayer, we keep it open for about 30 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour, depending on activity and how many streams we're getting. But again, this is productive, and this is what we need to do, and this is how we build up the body of Christ. And we're here to help each other, pray for one another, uplift one another, and just be there for each other, man. And know when to walk away. Don't be stupid. Don't just sit around and waiting for the cue for somebody to tell you to leave. You know when to leave. You know that person, whether it's your friend, whether it's a boyfriend, whether it's a husband. There's only so much a person can take, and we're human, and God knows us, and he knows our hearts. So again, man, this is your boy Blan, and the homegirl, Roxie Rey. We thank y'all, man. We ask that you tune in next week, 7 p.m. I'm sorry, 8:30 p.m. Pacific and 10:30 Central. So if you are, needing prayer, hit us up Wednesdays also, 7 p.m. on Twitch. It's your boy Blan and the homegirl Roxie Rey. Keeping It West Live, man. We'll see y'all again. Thank y'all for tuning in. Keeping It West. Peace.